Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 13th day of January 2022. This Day Weather Podcast brought to you by Chugwater Chili. Check out Chugwater Chili's green chili seasoning. You used to have a lot of fresh green chilies around to make a big pot of green chili, but go to chugwaterchili.com and get some Chugwater green chili seasoning. It's an easy way to use a blend of spices designed to simplify your meals. Create a delicious green chili in just minutes using this blend. Don't forget to get 20% off by using checkout code ChugwaterDon. Chugwater Chili, the spice of Western life. Another decent day coming up for the Western High Plains and the Rocky Mountain West. Temperatures will be mild. There'll be breezy areas, yes. A system is going to come in on Friday. There's going to be a brief shot of colder temperatures and a brief shot of snow across especially the mountains, but some adjacent plains. It's a clipper system, kind of just clipping the area. But it will bring a bit of a change in the weather, making it colder for Friday and into the beginning of the weekend. But for most of the weekend and for most of the next week, we really don't have a lot going on again. It's going to be another fairly quiet week. We have a couple of small systems, mainly in the mountains and the northern areas, that will be impacted by a little bit of weather. It'll be a northwest flow into the region, so that'll keep temperatures from not getting too warm, but not getting too cold either, as the worst of the weather is going to stay off to our east. Now, the trend towards colder conditions we've been talking about by next weekend is still there. We still, though, have question marks on the intensity of the colder weather, and it's something that as we go through the rest of this week and early next week, we'll be paying more attention on. Today's satellite photo shows a continuation of a lot of the western high plains and central plains looking at a very quiet weather pattern. This cloud shield up here is part of the high clouds associated with the low coming into northwest Washington state right here. This is the Clipper system that's going to dive like this, then head towards the east coast, causing bigger problems later. And here it is by tomorrow. This is for noon tomorrow. We have the system up over the Dakotas, sliding southeast, just clipping Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado with northerly flow. That'll make it colder, and that'll produce some snow shower activity in the mountains and some of the adjacent plains. But it'll be out ahead of the low, where the better moisture and better snowfall is going to be. So you can see this is the snowfall forecast through Saturday morning with this Clipper system. You can see that the heavier snow is right on the divide, where the mountains are going to catch the better moisture, and both sides of the divide, there will be a little bit of bleed over snow shower activity across the lower elevations. Further east, as we've been showing you, across the eastern Dakotas, western Minnesota, Iowa, the I-80 corridor of eastern Nebraska, and I-90 across South Dakota, you're going to have some travel problems. This will be a pretty good little snow event, and what this system will do is go like this and become a bigger weather maker as it goes through the Ohio Valley. Then eventually, as we get into the northeastern United States, there is going to be, by late Sunday night and Monday, a major winter storm going up the northeast United States. And you can see the western areas of New York, the Appalachians, Pennsylvania, up into northern parts of New England. Now, right now, it may be rain in the metropolitan areas along the coast, but inland, this is going to be a major winter storm. Going out 10 days from now, this is the colder weather we're talking about. This is by next Saturday afternoon. High pressure being forecasted to be at the moment just off the west coast. That turns the jet stream. We go into the fridge with northerly flow and colder Canadian air coming on in. If this happens, this is what temperatures and snow will look like. Now, this is the snowfall forecast from Wednesday of next week through Saturday. So along the Arctic boundary, we'll start to see snow forming again. So Montana, northern and northeastern Wyoming, and the western Dakotas, well, this area here could get some snow out of this as that Arctic air comes on in. But notice, there's just really not very much going on in California, the desert Southwest, and the southern areas of the Rockies. This is going to be a northern part of the U.S. event. This is what temperatures could be like by next Saturday afternoon relative to average. The Arctic boundary getting south of I-70 here by the next weekend time frame. As we discussed yesterday, though, there is still some question marks about the penetration of the Arctic air. Will it be more towards the divide, or will it be more towards the Great Lakes? And honestly, it could go either way, so stay tuned. But the trend is still colder by next weekend. What we've got to figure out is the intensity of the cold, how far south and how far west it will penetrate, and if that's going to be associated with any snows or not. So stay tuned. We'll update you tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy a pretty good looking day again and be ready for a bit of a change tomorrow.